What's up, y'all? It's your girl Juice. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you are new, go ahead and click that subscribe button because you do not want to miss out on my content, okay? But today I'm going to be doing the watercoloring method and also styling the closure unit that I previously constructed. If you have not seen that part 1, go ahead and click that link in the bio. Okay, so for this, you're gonna need some Got2b Freeze Blast spray, some gloves, some combs, fine tooth and wide tooth, and a whisk of something to mix your colors in the water with. So I have crimson, truly red, orange blaze, and ginger from Adore Colors. That's what I'll be using. You can use whatever colors you like, but this is what I'm working with and this is what I'm going for. Alright, so boom, let's get to this video. First, you want to take your wig, you want to put it inside out and use your Got2b Freeze Blast spray to spray the closure because you do not want your color to see through that lace and also tint the lace to the color that you're dyeing it to. So that's why I use Got2b Freeze Blast, because it creates a hard shell where like the color does not seep through, and I usually do that 2 times. I make sure that I have like 2 layers. I let the first one dry and then I come back and I spray it again. That's what you see me doing there, and then I let that layer sit and dry as well while I mix my other colors. So right there I have truly red and crimson, and that's what I'm mixing into the hot water first. That water was hot, okay? I know you see that ghost, that heat ghost. That water was hot. So since I was working with like 3 colors that go hand in hand, red, orange, and yellow, I started with the highly concentrated color at the base and then I worked my way to the ends. And I went ahead and I applied my gloves because you do need your hands in this and you do not want your hands to tint to that color. And then I went ahead and put the hair into like a bun so that I can submerge the base into the color without getting the color onto the other parts of the hair. So what you see me doing there is just adding more color. I'm mixing, adding conditioner. Add some conditioner, boo, because it helps. Then I'm using my hands to kind of like create a fading motion with the tips because I do not want that straight line. Now you see that my gloves went missing because it was getting in the way. That happens, but if you do not want to tint your hands, it's best to stick with your gloves. Then you saw me use my wide tooth comb to kind of like unravel the hair because as you submerge it into the water, it does kind of like build up, so you kind of need to keep on like fixing it and just making sure that the color seeps into every part of the unit. So that's what you saw me doing there. So since I'm doing 3 colors, of course I'm gonna need 3 batches of hot water, and that's why you saw the new clear batch of water. I added orange blaze and then I went ahead and added the part that I wanted to be orange. I also added the red part into the dye because it's like I'm going from red to orange, so it wouldn't really impact it as much. So I'm using my hands and the whisk, brush, whatever I had to just like push the hair into the water so it can get every part. You see me using that bottle. I'm trying to get every part of that color into the water because those colors are not cheap, baby girl. Like, they are expensive. So yes, I'm gonna get every inch into that hot water, okay? So by this time I realized that I hadn't bought enough colors. So you're gonna see me redo all these steps again soon because I went ahead and I re-dyed it the following day. But right now what you saw me do was I got a new batch of water and I added the color ginger and just submerged the tips of the unit into the water because that's the part that I want it to be, yellowish and fiery. It's a fiery effect, First of all, I don't know where I thought I was going with some hot pink socks and like a yellow orange shirt. Like, what was I doing? But anyways, yeah, so I was done with coloring for that day and I was just drying the unit. So like I had said, I was gonna do this whole step again. This is the following day. where the wig was kind of dry. I brushed it out. I did the got to be step. And then I went ahead with the hot water and I just mixed my colors in there. And I just redid all the first steps over again, just so that I could get the color on every inch of the unit. Since I already kind of like explained all the steps that I took, I'm just going to be going over little pointers. To help, you could use T-pins to put the end of your unit together and then create the ponytail before submerging. It kind of helps with keeping the hair together. And then another pointer is using conditioner while doing this, kind of just like, because it's hot water, and for me, I feel like using the conditioner just kind of like lessens the harshness of that hot water. It kind of like deep conditions it while you're doing that. So that's why I always add conditioner. Although you might not see me doing it for everything, I definitely did. It's just like, you know, when I was editing, I cut out some of the stuff. So yeah, I would suggest you use conditioner with every batch of, you know, watercoloring you do. I know this video is kind of like rushed and it's kind of like you might not really be able to see everything that I'm doing, but it wasn't really like, let me show you how to watercolor. It was more so, let me show you how I did this unit, how I got here and there. But yeah, I will be putting out more in-depth videos of how-tos, so just stay tuned, subscribe, and, you know, stay with me, feel me? Alright, so by now I was pretty much done with the coloring process and I was just drying it. And you know, oh, I lied. I definitely lied. Alright, so just continue watching. Don't mind me.
Hey yo, I've been a bad bitch, Kakiana, and I'm still winning Pakiana. Percocets, Papiana, killing everybody beat. Thank you next, Ariana. You gon' have to give me Tapiana if you tryna get some sloppiana. I call my ops Appiana. They shut down East St. Loriana. I don't want you on my page, Blockiana. Flow tailor-made like Tiana. They copying my style, Copiana. Roger that, over. Copiana. Benny Hanna to Katana. Bitch, I've been a Donna. He screaming my government. On Nikatanya. You look like
Alright, so by now I'm actually done with the coloring. I'm just drying, showing you guys the outcome. And then moving on to the styling process, finally. Alright, so we've reached a part where your unit is about to get snatched. So what I'm doing here is just creating a part within the closure. Yes, it's a closure unit. And then using my Nairobi wrapping foaming lotion, or foaming wrap lotion, whatever. And then using a tweezer to define my part. So like I said, this is kind of sped up. It's not very detailed, but I will be putting out a lot of detailed how-tos, and plucking will definitely be one of them. So stay tuned with me, subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you want to see, okay? So like I said, I'm defining that part and just plucking. It's kind of tedious, but yes, pluck that damn thing, because you do not want to be walking around with just, you know, looking bulky as hell. You don't. Also, using clips comes in handy because it just takes the hair out of your way and you could just pluck freely, then remove them and just comb those hairs out. So I do that sometimes because it comes in handy. And then now I'm gonna be moving on to the sides, and yes, I'm gonna be plucking those sides to make the closure just look, you know, a little more natural. It's kind of giving the frontal effect. This is how you get that kind of like frontal effect. Although I'm not really gonna be plucking it that much because it's a colored unit and it's not really gonna be doing all that extra baby hair stuff, so I didn't really want to pluck way too much. But I still pluck something because it takes away from like a bulky look, and just gives you like a more flawless and kind of like gradient, you know, feel to it. So yeah, I suggest you do that. So I definitely pluck in parts. I don't want to say too much and then confuse you, so I'm gonna just hold off on those tips until I make my plucking video itself, so I could just go more in depth and, you know, give you guys tips and whatever I need to say. I'm gonna go ahead and freeze this in a minute so you guys can see the difference. Yeah, you can continue, but I didn't want to do too much because I didn't know if like my client wanted all that extra plucking or not. So after working with one side, I moved on to the next because, like I said, I work in parts, and I also like to compare each side and see what I'm doing so that I can keep it, you know, similar. You do not want to have two totally different, you know, plucking styles going on, because it's like, whoa, baby girl, what's going on? What is going on? Okay. Okay, so after all that plucking, I went ahead and added some One Nairobi foaming wrap lotion for it to set, and then I moved on to, you know, styling the unit itself. So what I did there was use some Garnier Fruity Sleek and Shine. Yes, I love that product, especially for when I'm like flat ironing or doing like a really sleek look. It comes in handy. It gets all those flyaways, all of that. Like, just massage that thing in, okay? Massage it in. So before you go ahead and flat iron, you want to comb it out and make sure any knots or any, you know, tangles are out of the way and freed, because you do not want to go through all of that, especially when you use the tracing method, which I'm gonna be using. Yes, I have like this clip comb thing that I bought on Amazon for just like $5. It's great for the tracing method, and that's what I'm doing right there. So yeah, I'm just using the comb and then following it up with the flat iron. It just helps with, you know, getting it sleeked and fleeked and slayed and laid. I am so sorry, y'all. Please bear with me. I am like the biggest bird on the block. Nah, let me stop. I'm lying. But I am such a huge bird, so bear with me, okay? I got a little character or whatever. But yeah, you just want to keep doing that tracing method all throughout the unit, separating your unit into parts and just doing that same exact step all around the unit until you're done. Alright, so now that I'm at the closure, I decided to zoom in because this is one of the most important parts. The way I flat iron the closure is I part it, then I do the parts within the parts. I get the hair out of my way, and then I separate that part into two. I do the tracing method, and then I follow up. Well, after I do that to both sides, I follow up with my curling one to flatten that area down. So that's what I do with every part that I flat iron down, every part of the closure, funnel, wherever it is, because it just ensures that I'm gonna get a flat result. So that's why I like to do that. So yeah, I continue doing that same exact step and flow all throughout the closure on both sides. And then after that, guess what I follow up with? I follow up with that hot comb, baby. That hot comb method is life-changing, okay? Like, On God, flattens the baby, flattens it all the way. Like, get you one from your local beauty supply. Okay, so after doing that, flattening the whole closure down, I went ahead and I just used my curling wand to, you know, lay the hairs the way I want them to be laid. And then I just went ahead and I used my tweezer again to just define the part and pluck whatever I may have missed. And then I used the Garnier Sleek Fructis to just, you know, lay everything down, comb it through, just get it laid, you know, just lay it one time for the one time, you know, that's all. Then, like I said, getting my hot comb ready. While I'm doing that and letting it heat, I'm just going ahead with the scissor and cutting those little pieces of hairs out because I'm a perfectionist and I like my work to be neat. So I just clean it up a little bit. Feeling like a barber. So by now the hot comb should be hot. Don't do what I just did there. I don't know. Don't do that. Because that thing be so hot sometimes. Just don't do it. And then there's no real method to this. You just use it as a comb and you literally just comb it in the direction you want it to lay so that, you know, it can lay it down. Then I just went back in with my curling wand and just heated it up, flattened it, and you know, the unit is about ready. Like, it's ready to be slayed. Like, alright, so now the unit is about done. I'm just going in with my olive oil finishing spray. I know everyone knows what this spray is. Everyone had to have had it at one point in their lives. Like, come on. But yeah, I'm just spraying that on and then just showing you guys the finished product. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm so sorry for the fact that it took so long to have this part out, but yeah, I was going through a lot with my computer, but it's out now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any feedback, please feel free to comment. You can always DM me. My social media is right there. DM me, let me know what you want to see because I'm here for you guys. And I'm here to just, you know, support you guys with everything that I can support you guys with.
Baby, I'ma hold you like dollars, dollars, yeah. We gon' spend it like water, water, yeah. I gon' make you see colors, colors, yeah. We gon' make up some daughters, courtesy of Alzheimer's. Shaku.
No, I thought I was done talking, but do you see that flow? Oh, and by the way, this hair was provided by me. So if you guys are, I don't even know why I'm talking like that. I think it's because it was slow-mo. But here, I provided this hair, so if you guys need some bundles, ring my line, alright? Ring my line, and I got you with some nice mink bundles, okay? Mink, baby. Alright, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this segment. Thank you again for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much. I love you guys so much for the support, and I will see you guys soon.
She's like pizzeria. Have a seat, bitch, please. IKEA. From the west side like Maria. I'm hot like grits, Medea. Beat the pussy up, Carl Peter. I rock the boat like a Leah. I rock a bob like Sia. Doja on deck, bitch, Rhea. Dick in the thigh, dick in the waist. Dick in the right motherfucking places. Hits like Venus Serena. He wanna eat up the Caesar. Bonita. Baby girl needed the wiener. Dug in the guts and a skeeter. Arena. I'm in the hall, Regina. I'm on the wall, a genius. I am the whiz, the teacher. Skinny legend like Wiz Khalifa. Hair go long like Chia. Money go long like